Hey makers, getting content out quick is essential to your channel's growth, and I'm about to share with you one of the secrets I've learned over 16 years of being on YouTube and working in broadcast television. It's habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. Now, as a woodworker or any sort of maker, you wouldn't go out and start working on a project and start making cuts into wood before you've drawn out the thing you're going to build on a piece of paper. And once you've drawn it out, put measurements down, you wouldn't start cutting wood until you've made a cut list. One mistake that beginners make when getting started in video production is they shoot everything. They'll have 20 different shots of a 10-second clip from all sorts of different angles. That is unnecessary. Take your viewer's avatar, what we talked about, what is your typical viewer, and define what it is they're trying to get out of that specific video. Is it to be entertained? Is it to learn something new? And what is their understood or inherent knowledge? If they're woodworkers, they don't need to see the video of you pulling wood or metal off of a shelf. They've done it before and they know how a miter cut works. So let's make a plan and let's talk about the 4 steps to making a plan. The first piece in this 4-step process to me is the most important. It's the outline. It's 7th grade English, basic knowledge. Well, not basic, but it's kind of involved. You're going to take all of your information from your brainstorming session that's all out of order and incoherent, and you're going to put it into a flow of how to get from point A to point V. Let's take a look at this in action. Each line in it is a thought, and each thought should have motivation on getting to the next thought or the next line in your outline. Now, you don't have to have everything in your first run through on the outline. You just want to get the basic information of your brainstorming and everything out of your head onto a piece of paper and put it into sections like the intro, point A, point B, etc., going down the line. And when you create these letters and numbers, they will actually be used in the next section, which is a little scary for some folks, storyboarding. Now, if you want to practice this before we move on to storyboarding, let me give you an exercise. If you've never heard of it, Google the peanut butter jelly experiment or the peanut butter and jelly lesson. Imagine you had an alien or somebody who didn't know what a peanut butter and jelly sandwich was, and you have to explain to them what it takes to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How much information does your viewer avatar already have? That's the information you put into your outline. Now, once you have your outline established, you move on to the storyboard. Now, I know a lot of people are scared of storyboards because you're not an artist. Don't worry about it. I use stick figures. I'll use pictures from my phone. I'll use pictures from old videos. You can even use storyboardthat.com and use their clip art. You're going to take the letters and numbers that were from the outline, and maybe you've made some adjustments, maybe you've rewritten your outline again at this point, and you don't have to make a cell for every single piece of the outline, but you can group them together to make sure that you have the visuals in place so that whenever it's time to shoot, you can keep your creativity focused on your actual maker project and not where the camera goes and what the shot needs to look like. That'll be defined on the storyboard. Also part of this pre-production elements, the third item is the script, taking some of the items from the storyboard, because the storyboard, we've added a little bit of dialogue into it. There's 2 main styles of scripts. You have ENG news style 2-column video on one side, audio on the left, which is normally your voiceover or sound effects. The other is film style, where it's more of voiceover words and then you have visual cues in between. You don't have to write your script word for word, because if you're like me and you improv, you can write just your opening sentence, your opening line that you might have worked on, and the rest of it make it bullet points and then write out whatever your closing line will be. This right here gets you ready for your shot list. Now, before I get to the next piece, which is the most important tool in helping you save time in production and in editing, let me ask you to hit the like button. this is brand new. These are the first videos of this channel, and I really want to hit the ground running. Hit that like button and let me know that you want to see more content like this. The shot list is the most important piece past the outline. It is where you organize exactly what shots in what locations. This, if you are a woodworker, is like your cut list. If you're an engineer, this is like your bill of materials. This is everything that you need to cover to do your video and nothing else. There's no superfluous shots provided on the shot list. The best practice is not necessarily to write the shot list in order, but organize it by location, or maybe location and shot. This allows you to shoot completely out of order as long as your project allows for that to happen. You can get all of your cut shots in one. You can get all of your glue up shots done in one. What's great about this is you have the file name, or maybe you don't have the file name, but you're filling this out so it essentially becomes an assembly list in editing. And it makes editing a breeze. You don't have to watch through 3 different takes and 3 different intros, because on your shot list you marked only do take 3, and you don't have to watch takes 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. Now, I've made a temporary template for you to download on joejacks.com, but after working on the shot list for this, I realized a lot of things are out of order, and if you're watching this sometime after March of 22, you'll hopefully have a completed storyboard template on joejacks.com. Now, I have a whole bunch more videos planned. I wanted to get this one out quick to lay a foundation, and I'll probably end up redoing it again at some point as I get better at speaking into the camera and trying to be brief with things. And I'm sitting here rambling, so let's just go ahead and cut this one and say it's done. Makers, I'll see you in the next one. In the next video, I'm going to explain what 3-point lighting is and why woodworkers are really only using 2 points, along with what the heck is a lux, a lumen, and a CRI. See you soon.